So we're here at the Independence Day event of Mahindra like every year, and today they have unveiled not one, not two, not three, but four new concepts. And each of them looks striking and very different. And talking of design, I've got the best person to talk about design. Pratap Bose needs no introduction. Pratap, thank you so much for your time.
Arpit, thank you. I'm not sure I'm the best person, but I'll try.
You're the one responsible for these designs. So, very different designs, each one of them.
Yes.
So, my first question, Pratap, is that when you know, at the outset, when you are at the drawing board,
Yes.
like, do you get a brief for these vehicles that what kind of design you want to go with, or you just get like a broad perspective and then you and your team just go at it and create? How does it work?
Yeah, Arpit, I don't think it's that prescriptive. It's more an understanding of the space we want to target.
Okay.
I think that's how we get the brief. So in this case, it was very clear it was the sub 4 meter to the 4.3 meter, space. And that's a global white space, as you just saw in our presentations, in addition to a true SUV sort of offering in India. So we start actually at an architecture level with our MRV colleagues in Chennai to really set up the bones of the car. Once you've got that, then you start putting, let's say, the brand language. And as you know, we have 5 different brands today in our portfolio of SUVs. So you start thinking about which brand could best address that open space or that white space. And in this case today, we've shown you sort of 3 examples of that. There across the platform, there could and will be many more.
And one question which our viewers would want to know, when all of this concepts that we have seen today, how much of this can we expect to go into production?
So, I always say this, that I think that the trailer of a film should be close to what the film is. It shouldn't be something totally different, right? And so the same with concept cars. We showed a vision in August 2022.
Yeah.
We showed 4 or 5 cars there. 2 of them are available in the showroom as we speak. And in fact, many people who go into the showroom and, many journalists like you, when we launched that car in November last year, you all still thought it was a concept car. And, so for me, I would say 70-80% of these cars are actually what you will see on the road.
And Pratap, you have designed over the course of years, you have designed ICE vehicles, electric vehicles. From a design perspective, which one do you find more challenging or rewarding? I mean, what are the key differences between designing these?
I think in this case, as you can see, especially T and SXT, it's a bit of a vision of what an ICE and EV would look like on the same architecture. This new IQ architecture is unique because it gives us, in fact, both versions are born. It's born ICE and born EV. It's that contradiction. But because we started from scratch, we could deal with that contradiction. Then comes, the issue of BEVs, for example, need to be more aerodynamic, because for range. ICE vehicles will have other, sort of issues, like you'll need air intake in the front.
Correct.
So you'll need a grille of a certain type. So I don't think these are challenges. This is just inherent to what's lying underneath. So, yeah.
And if I talk about design, Pratap, globally a lot of brands follow this homogeneous kind of a design philosophy. So even across models, we can see that same sort of design.
Yeah.
At Mahindra, we're seeing that all of the vehicles are very distinct from each other.
Yeah.
So what's the approach for Mahindra? Like, you take it model-wise, or this is going, like, how is it going to be?
Yeah. So Arpit, I've said that being a house of 5 brands, each very strong.
Yeah.
Each very iconic, certainly 4 of them. B we've just introduced. Each one will grow in its offering vertically. And even today, there's a Scorpio Classic, there's a Scorpio N.
Yeah.
There's a 300, there's a 700 in the XUV family. So anyway, they are starting to become multi-product brands.
Right.
And because people sometimes just love the nameplate.
Yeah.
Someone wants a Thar, they will not switch to even one of our own brands, even if it's the same dimension, same price, because this is how customers are. So yes, for me, it's not the cookie cutter approach. It's very much personality of the brand based, and it's so refreshing, Arpit, because our design team can almost design cars for 5 brands.
Yeah.
What remains common, of course, is that there is a certain Mahindra DNA that runs through them. May not be very visually apparent, but if you
Right.
look at this, for example, the Mahindra DNA is the new IQ architecture because it gives us a wheel size of a certain dimension. It gives us a ground clearance. It gives us a sort of cabin to boot, cabin to bonnet ratio of a certain type. That's Mahindra. You can feel that there's a Mahindra in each of them. You know, like a family,
Correct.
you know, of 3 or 4 people. Not everyone's a clone.
Yeah.
Each one has a personality, but they're all, you
Yeah.
know, part of that family. And this is what I think, you know, and I want to keep that at that level where people can appreciate the architecture being Mahindra, but the brand they buy and the top hat they buy is the one they love, whatever that nameplate may be.
And we saw the Batman edition yesterday.
Yes.
Looks
That's
fantastic,
crazy.
looks
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Now with your association with WB, can we expect more superhero editions going forward?
So, you know, this was the first one. Even Warner Brothers was telling us yesterday there are very few automotive, let's say, collabs, and this
Yeah.
is one of the few. In fact, this is the only or the first commercially available, official Batman edition
Correct.
anywhere in the world. So we'll see how it goes. I think the response has been overwhelming. But what does it mean and what does it say, Arpit? It says 2 things. One is, you know, people love their childhood superheroes. And the second is that they want their vehicles to express something about themselves. And it's what you saw yesterday is a coming together of that in an extreme form. But even, you know, the vehicles we're showing today is an expression of the customer who will buy them.
Brilliant. As always, Pratap, it's been great talking to you.
Thank you,
so
Arpit.
much
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Thank you.